It has been a crazy week for music. Drake, Kanye West delivering albums in the same week. Yet, so many of you guys on my Twitter telling me this new Little Simz album eclipses both of them. Let's find out right now if that is true. Patreon link in the description for the uncut version as always. Mate, I'm very excited for this one. I've heard these first two tracks, these are singles that she released, but I haven't heard any of the other singles that she put out because I just didn't want to hear anymore. I just wanted to save it for the album. Like I said, I heard this, seen the amazing video, a lot of it shot in the Natural History Museum in London, but it's still sounding incredible in the headphones right now.
The kingdom's on fire, the blood of a young Messiah. I see sinners in a church, I see sinners in a church. Sometimes I might be introvert. Now I don't want to be the one to doctor this, but if you can't feel pain, then you can't feel the opposite. The fight between the yin and yang's a fight you'll never win.
So I know I've heard this, but man, she is spitting. Immediately I was just getting Nas vibes straight away, having just come off King's Disease 2 recently, which is probably my album of the year so far. And the level that she's talking at here straight away just really reminds me of what he was talking about on that album. Just the depth of it, the intensity, the fight between yin and yang. Jesus. All right. I mean, I've heard this bloody song as well.
A friend when your grandma died. I see the illness, see my aunt laying in her bed. I'll find a way. The world's not over. I will make it, don't you cry. Simz the artist or Simbi the person? To you I'm smiling, but really I'm hurting. I dedicate my life and gave my heart over 20-something years left. One guess back to happiness, I'm the first.
I mean, she talked about the yin and yang earlier on, and this whole song is just about that kind of dichotomy, the introvert versus the extrovert. I mean, she mentioned apartheid, didn't it? And she was also talking sort of an internal apartheid, I think. But yeah, the whole thing just seems to be that clash between these two people, Little Simz and Simbi. I think there's so much going on already, and that might be the theme of the whole record. I don't know.
Officials, lies and atrocities, how they talking almost threatening the economy, knocking down communities to re-up on properties. I'm directly affected, it does more than just bother me. Look beyond the surface, don't just see what you want to see. My speech ain't involuntary, projecting attention straight from my lungs. I'm a black woman and I'm a proud.
I don't know why this is hitting even more without the video as an album opener. I can't even explain why. It might just be because I'm bringing that energy of how much excitement has been about this record on my socials and people talking about it. People in America as well, which is really exciting. Maybe it's something to do with that, but I don't know.
The world's not over. I will make it, don't you cry. God we trust, 'cause we're not alone.
Production is insane, instrumentation insane on this track.
Balanced and perspective gave you foresight.
The song is mental, and then what it takes to be a woman, so we're straight into woman. Okay, so this is going to be a record that's got a through line through it, and I can see there's interludes. We'll see if we can figure that out as we go, but all right. I mean, I've heard it. Let's keep going.
Wendy, O-N, city girl living in the back, looking like fire, chili pepper. You're a bad girl, tougher than imperial leather. He was getting bitter while she was getting Miss Ethiopia can play so jazzy. They sit you down to school, you on Selassie. Tell them you're nothing without a woman, no.
Listen, this song's such a vibe from an instrumentation and a flow point of view. The hook's really nice, but also like really powerful words that she's talking here, and the woman to woman just want to see you glow. Can I relate to this song? No, of course not, obviously, but that doesn't matter because the song is executed so well that you can see the relatability. So, you know, again, very strong start to an album. And again, I've heard these songs. I get to stop saying that after this one.
Real life queen in the flesh, know the crown get heavy, still the bees on your head. Brooklyn ladies, know you hustle on the daily, innovative just like Donna Summer in the 80s. Woman to woman, I just wanna see you glow. I love how you glow from zero. And I just wanna see you glow. Tell them what's up.
You know, Cindy, sometimes, you know, I and how happiness is the substitute to call you, but then you never pick up the phone.
Lady. No, you see the confidence, believe me, I am wavy. I need something. Look at me now, I got a bitch, her name is Karma. I was moving wild, but now I'm calmer. We was on the front line listening to Kendrick Lamar. Still the same now, we just blow that yaya on our charters.
Man, the flow is insane for starters. The subject matter is so intelligent. She's doing this thing quite often in all of this where she's posing little puzzles for us. Less so a woman, but an introvert in this track. Posing little puzzles and challenging us to pick them apart and then giving little solutions that weren't necessarily what you're thinking. Like that karma bar just there, man. Captivating as hell.
Please let go of all your troubles whenever you're here with me. And Patience. London born to stay girl to international sensation. Cutting through worlds and our two worlds and our two worlds and bougie. You made her your everything, but she was just a groupie. I got higher standards than official booty. That's goofy. Into creating, making innovative moves. Listen up, honey. Never had a penny, now I'm on artist/actor money.
Let's go. Bit of Smokey Robinson as well, just awesome. So far, the instrumentation on this record is immaculate. The through line is fantastic as well, finishing with the I Love You from Smokey Robinson. This track called I Love You, I Hate You. Again, everything just seems to be connected. Very strong so far.
So much, I would give my life for this. If the bullet was the beat, I would probably die for this. How many times did I cry for this? Some people you inspire and others you trigger. Fighting in blind faith, led by the internal voice.
Wow.
You might not want to do it, but you don't have a choice.
So this is just her talking in the mirror, I'm assuming here. Some people you inspire and others you trigger. Fighting in blind faith, led by the internal voice. You might not want to do it, but you don't have a choice. Will the pressure take me to new heights or be my demise? I mean, the introspection here. Again, all time back into the title of the album and everything. I love the fact that there's such a strong concept to this record so far.
For your kids, you made a promise to give them a life you didn't live. My ego won't fully allow me to say that I miss you. A woman who hasn't confronted all her daddy issues.
Okay, now she's talking to her father. Also, we have to talk about the fucking reggae style guitar that's coming in this amazing production again. She's speaking right now.
Within or what kind of external family shit up on your plate, but I understand wanting and needing an escape. Too much unsaid, now the silence giving me headaches. Only through speech can we let go of all this dead weight. Even though I'm carrying these feelings, even on my best days. Never thought my parent would give me my first heartbreak. Anxiety giving me irregular, but this reality is you a sperm donor or a dad to me and still.
Jesus. What a verse that is. Amazing. And the fact that it was going with the I hate you, I love you after each bar as well. Driving home every single point. Connected to the concept of the song. Amazing stuff. Truly amazing. Like, this is going to be one of those songs that people talk about for a long time, I think. That verse and that final killer line, man, it's particularly hit for me, I can't lie.
Always. But right now. Always. Half-hearted sorries, can't let your guard down. To get to Nirvana, where do you start out? Angry cause they don't meet your unrealistic standards. Then you realize that they're human and you calm down. Sometimes I'm unbalanced and I think, raw, why am I losing my steps? Lately I'm paranoid, I feel my life is a mess. I'm just using my voice, hope it will have an effect. He was just once a boy, often I seem to forget. Looking at Polaroid, I keep you in my prayers, cause life is short as we know. Every mistake you make should contribute to your growth. What you choose to avoid will probably come in your dreams. I'm not forgiven for you, man, I'm forgiven for me. And sometimes
that is a fucking incredible track. I would give a standing ovation, but if I stand up, you see it straight away, I'll be off frame. You know what I mean? I don't have a moving camera, but everything about it, man. Every single part of that, the verses hit for me deep. You could hear her. It must have been very difficult for her to write that, and you can feel that just in the energy of the whole song. Again, the introvert, like it feels like it's very challenging for her to get this stuff out, but it also, like she said earlier in the record, you know, she bottles up and then just kind of, it sort of explodes, to quote Elliott Smith, explodes into these tracks. Plus, the instrumentation, the sample, the way it built, the guitar coming in, the horns at the end, the beat, every single thing. That was about as 10 out of 10 as it gets. Amazing track. Amazing. So inflow with the production, I think on every track, maybe across the whole album. Astonishing work. Jesus Christ.
It ain't been an easy road, and I ain't angry the card you dealt me. Got me when I gone astray.
Okay, so I've just checked, and this is Little Q. Q, sorry if I said that wrong, is her cousin from her dad's side. So obviously we've just spoken about her dad on the previous track. So this is him speaking now, and then the next track is Little Q Part 2. So I guess it's going to go into more depth about him. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Grew up in the south side of that River Thames. Hard to think outside the box when you're stuck in the ends. I had dreams of many things to be seen. You can't fathom what I think till you been where I've been. PTSD from the roads, trouble was everywhere that I looked. Hard to avoid it, drowning eternally when you're stuck in the ocean of doubt with all this uncertainty. Live being angry my whole life like it's part of my DNA. Take that same anger and turn it into someone else's pain. Nothing's changed here, the cycle still remains.
Amazing, amazing verse. This is outrageously brilliant. Outrageously brilliant, this fucking album, man. Ostentatiously brilliant. Almost like unfairly brilliant. We're only 6 tracks in. Only one verse into the 6th track as well. It's a 19-track record. Also, why is it so hot? It's September the 6th. The summer was terrible in the UK. Now we're after the summer holidays. The summer's supposed to be over, and now it's too hot to work. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Doesn't matter.
Gates open when that knife was in my chest. Not the mental scars, the physical's all you see. But the boy that stabbed me is just as damaged as me. I could have been...
Right, so I'm seeing that she's actually talking from her cousin's perspective, and I guess the first verse was also from her cousin's perspective, or perhaps... more interestingly, her perspective of her cousin's perspective, which is it's adding another layer onto it here. Thought the pearly gates open when that knife was in my chest. Not the mental scars, the physical's all you see. But the boy that stabbed me is just as damaged as me.
Reflection that he hated. The part of him he wishes God didn't waste time creating. The broken homes in which we're coming from, but who's to blame when you're dealt the same cards from the system you're enslaved in? An illusion, my mind told me I'm invincible, but my body reminded me I'm human. When you're so close to the heavens, God shows you who's there. No one to be seen are the people who say they care. This must have been written for people who came to read it. Weeds, not about what you see, but what lives in the room. Weeds from a tree full of forbidden fruit. Criminals live in the suit.
I mean, that was almost as good as the last song. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's got me emotional. I don't even know why. It's just that good. Dude, the musical through lines as well throughout this record is fucking crazy, man. It's all connected, but like the motifs as well, the musical, it's just insane.
Do not fold. They won't silence you, but they'll try to. So follow your...
You know, when you listen to something or you watch something, a movie or TV show, or you play a video game or you read a book or whatever it is, and you're excited because you know as you're consuming whatever it is that you're just scratching the surface, and you're excited for the opportunity to go back through it again in the future because you're going to get so much more out of it. That's exactly what's happening now. I'm almost in the mindset where I was like, I can't quite believe what's happening as I'm listening to this. I mean, as good as those first 2 tracks were, and I'd heard them and kind of as individual moments. Since then, it's just gone to a completely different level.
Niggas wanna put me in a box. Niggas think they're coming from a spot. Niggas know I got the shit on lock. Niggas think they're coming from a spot. Don't you know you're dealing with a boss? I'll make winners out
I was
of
going to say, I mean, this feels like a sequel to Boss from the previous record, but the instrumentation is crazy.
You should humble your speech. Age 101, disturbing the peace. I think I'm gonna get worse. I see the blood on the leaves. Motherfuckers ain't ready for my steam.
I felt that little humble line might have been a nod to Kendrick's second one on the record so far, and then she literally says, I think I'm Kanye West, I see blood on the leaves. So yeah, hell, she's talking a shit here. The contrast between this and the previous songs, but we had the little turning point, the little gems interlude to switch things up so it makes sense from the record point of view, from a sequencing point of view. I'm running out of superlatives and we're not even halfway through, man.
Influential as fuck, I shouldn't keep my skin. All this ink in my pen is what led me to win. Do my thing then I dust, I don't linger for fun. Oh, you wish you could come, wanna be my plus one. Give a fuck about your style, or the latest.
We have to talk about her rapping performance on this album as well. The fucking different flows that she's used, already lost count. The bars, the presence, the delivery, a cadence, every single thing. Almost so good that you forget to even mention it. But it has to be talked about.
You could tell I'm really going at it. They know when I drop it's problematic. Keep it on the move, I'm never static. I'll go in the booth and show you magic.
The fuck is happening?
Desperate need for an applause, I'll wait. Is she the go here? Well, it's safe to assume everybody panic when I step in the room, and I can feel that shit a mile off. Niggas is rapping about pieces, people are really dying, is that what's needed? I can't save your soul, you need Jesus. Yes, it's a gift and a curse to be this pretty and blessed.
I can't.
So blessed.
I don't know much more I can compute. We're not even 10 tracks into a 19-track album. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Always knew this was my calling, but I'm here by choice and things change. Scripts to read, my nigga. Double life living overseas, my nigga. Shit, left home for it. Jasmine just had a daughter, man, she's so gorgeous. Told me life is given life and I'm so...
It's just insane, man. Insane. I know I'm not stopping for all the bars. There's too many. But you just got to take it all in. The energy, the spirit, the message. Standing ovation for the one who's wearing a crown. I got royalty in my blood. I was born great. Don't allow anyone to undermine your fate. Speaking to herself, speaking to everybody with these bars here. The confidence. Still little bits of self-doubt creeping in. The self-doubt that creeps in at certain parts, and obviously the name of the album allows these moments to have so much more gravity because they feel like they've come from a process of doubt and a process of self-doubt and other people doubting her, a process of environment, all this sort of stuff to be able to stand there. And it's actually difficult. It sounds difficult for her to speak like this, but she believes it fully and truly and is executing on that. But it doesn't feel like it comes so easy to her to be able to talk like that. Some people can just talk like that easily, but they don't really necessarily have what it takes to back it up. And that's the contrast on this record that I'm hearing. When she does talk like that, yeah, it's kind of hard for her to speak like that, but she has to, because she has to let them know, and she has to let herself know what she's achieved.
Went from being broke as fucking trying to find identity to buying the finer things and isolating memories. What is it I'm meant to be? I think I need a standing ovation. Over 10 years, hold up, think this is cold, you ain't seen nothing. The glow up, all they discussing, but I won't let it distract me. Load the pen up, cock it back and get to busting. Standing up till I made the scene lie down. Just tell the kids start investing. We build the pyramids, can't you see what we are blessed with? From the hieroglyphics to the hood lyricists, the priests, the imams, the good books you live with, the Rumi quotes, the elder sisters,
It's just a joke. It's just an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. I don't even have the fucking language to even talk about how brilliant that verse was. It's just an absolute joke. What am I supposed to say to that? It was brilliant anyway. And then when she switched it, But she did this crazy bit where she was talking that glow up, all they're discussing, but I don't let it distract me. Load the pen up, cocking back and get to busting, standing up to who I made the scene lie down. I didn't even hear her say that first time round, and I just rhymed it. So I got bars now because of her. Jesus. And then when she switched it down to, I got another 20 and shit, I'm cemented. Taking over business, tell the kids start investing. We built the pyramids, talking about, you know, the pyramids of business, but also literally the pyramids. Can't you see what we're blessed with, from the hieroglyphics to the hood lyricists? And then the priestly imams, all the rest of the things she said, dude. What am I supposed to do here? I'm just sitting here, just in a room with a green screen behind me. I can't, man.
Trophies in the crib, but I'm sitting nice.
I feel blessed, man. I feel blessed. I can't tell. I feel blessed just to be able to listen to this, to be able to talk about this, to have people watch the video. That's a blessing, man. Just to be able to hear something this brilliant and also have, you know, a video that captures how I felt in the moment listening to it the first time. I encourage and implore anybody who loves music and just almost like a journal, even if you don't want to really focus on creating a reaction channel, stick a webcam on and just record your feelings. You don't even have to speak when listening to an album. It might seem a little weird, especially if you don't want to do it on YouTube. You don't even have to put it out there for anybody. But either that or just write it down. But to have the physical, visual, visceral moment on camera, it's great, man. It's great. Like I think it's actually going to encourage me to journal other parts of my life, because yeah, you can have those moments. Remember forever, you can relive those moments. It's fucking special, man. And it's easy to do. Anybody can do it. Webcam, just need a webcam on your laptop, something like that. Just record it. Just record it. It's up to you, obviously. But anyway, I'm rambling.
Any reassurance, just know I will do the same.
Sort of finding 50 Cent 21 Questions vibes, but I'd imagine it will end up being deeper than that track. I love that track, don't get me wrong, I love that track, but you know.
Communication isn't always verbal, but energy transferred is universal. They talk about, we put it into practice. Center each other, making sure nothing here can knock us off, never backwards. Anyone that's in our presence.
Well, I was about to say I needed a kind of like quieter song, a bit more of a vibey song, just to recollect my thoughts, but she's absolutely spitting on this track as well, just on a completely different type of vibe. Really intelligent, thought-provoking, beautifully worded, great imagery, and yeah, it's still talking again. Everything ties back to that yin and yang that she mentioned earlier, and it's just excellent, man. It's excellent. It's so good, though, isn't it? I mean, what the fuck?
Never wake up. As in this dream, I'll never be alone. Oh, hello. You're early. We weren't expecting you today, but since you're here, please, sit.
Okay, so the rapper that came to tea, you know, the tiger that came to tea, the tiger who came to tea, obviously a famous book and cartoon. I don't know if it's travelled to the States. If you're watching this in America, I'm sure it has. But also, weirdly, the book that Kano's character reads to, I can't remember now, his daughter in Top Boy. Is it his daughter? God, my memory is terrible. So I mean, obviously Little Simz is in Top Boy as well, so a nice little sort of through line and connection there.
Your destiny awaits.
It's like she just sort of woke up and decided before she even started working on this album, she said, right, I'm going to make the best British rap album ever. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to execute on that mantra and that thought every single day until we're here, because everything feels so polished as well. This has taken time. To be fair, Grey Area didn't come out that long ago. What was it, like 2 years ago? 2 and a bit? It wasn't that. It's not been that long she's had to work on this and doing Top Boy as well. Anyway, I'm not speculating on when she has time to work. That's nothing to do with me. But that is what it feels like she's decided to do. And if it keeps going like this is one listen. There's some special UK rap albums and there's plenty I haven't heard as well. But it's definitely going to be in the conversation for all time. It can't not be. Already. Every single element.
I was in Sao Paulo eating palm heart and I couldn't believe my surroundings. No time for the first strap, nigga, I'm quenched, I drink from a different fountain. Hard food when I serve that, all these little fish get fried and your gam get pounded. Good flow, make you wanna dance all day like Alfonso. Wanna talk about peas, wanna... I was always the illest as never.
It's like an I Love You, Dizzy Rascal type beat, but just brought forward 15. How long ago was that? 18 years.
Might demonstrate frustration, trying to keep cool, but I'm losing patience. No cap, we hate snakes and we hate rats. Mommy handled business, Papa was a rolling stone.
Okay.
Our fashion week, can't shut down Milan down to Rome.
Ooh.
Looking like the future, got you fearing the unknown. I don't know. You can't diss me free time, pull up behind, never see her. I'm probably.
This track is mad. Such a contrast from the rest of the album as well. Everything from a production point of view, so rich and full, and this just totally stripped back. I mean, that verse was like 3 notes on a Casio keyboard, basically, and a beat.
Counted all my losses, manifested all my wins, yeah. Can't believe it's Simbi here, that's had you listening. Wow, fuck that bitch for now, you didn't know she had a twin, yeah.
Okay.
I've been in my zone, moving low-key in Berlin.
Okay, so this is... It was Simbi before, and this is Simz, maybe. So kind of got the alter ego thing, the evil twin, the shadow side, I don't know. But obviously very different sounding, just in how she's actually talking and speaking into the microphone. Also the song as a whole, right?
Rolling Stone.
Okay.
That's why
Early 90s vibes.
That's why sinking and saving me. Don't call me.
Man, that bass line is naughty. It's naughty.
I got problems. Total silence. It's my therapy. I don't need your sympathy. Once that pain for me so rather be alone. My own. Once that pain for me so. That's why
So I mean, completely different type of track here, but just good vibes all the way through. If the whole album was this, don't know if I'd be so keen, but it's clearly not. So yeah, nice vibes just to split things up.
Never make promises, nothing ain't promised now. Oh, when we fight, we fall. Oh, when we fight, we fall. Never make promises.
I do what I want, I do what I like.
Come on.
Face, I no fear, no. Point and kill. If I want it, it's mine.
window shopper, oh yeah, fine boy. Take away auntie, bougie, akile, oh I fancy.
Sounds fucking amazing, man. And Wong Jaya, sorry if I said that name wrong, but absolutely killing the hook and just the tone of it. The tone of this song, the instrumentation, and listen, Inflow again. Let me just check. Produced by Inflow. Insane production all the way through. This just sounds so rich. The real instrumentation going through this. So there's so much music coming out with real lazy, this person type beats coming out. Like it's just so boring and tedious. And look at what's possible when you put in the time and you really have that ear for the right type of music to go with whatever you're trying to say. It just elevates things to a completely different level. We mustn't ever lose the art of that, whether it's through production or whether it's just through live instrumentation, live bands. You can't lose that, man. It goes more than just music to hear and notes to hear. It's like tracing back all the way through your entire ancestral history, like forever and ever and ever. It goes back. If you get it inside, it's there, and it makes your bones. It gets inside your bones. You know the feeling. You know that feeling of where it's like inside. You can't even explain it. That is what I'm talking about.
Kill, you can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me. Point and kill, you can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me. Point and kill, you can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me.
I'm small trouble, never stalking Costa. That's in any city, you can come and see it with me. Reality will hit you, cause not everywhere's pretty. But for now, bring the Nara, come gimme. Can't stop greatness under my eyes, so when I see it die.
Point and kill. If I want it, it's mine. You can't stop me, Yeah. You can't stop me, oh, you can't stop me,
Man, my brain is fucking done. That song was amazing. I need to pause it. That song was amazing. Just the sound of Nigeria coming through. I'm loving the sound of Nigeria at the moment. Obviously, Burna Boy, we had Thames on the Drake record. I'm not going to pretend like I'm any sort of expert of Nigerian music. I'm not. But just in terms of musical vibes and everything and the influence that it's having on so much UK music now, and it's like Ghana as well, and other sort of African elements in the music that we have coming over here in the UK is just beautiful to hear. But yeah, that was Obonja, man. Again, if I said that wrong, I apologise. The fucking tone, and then Simz just effortless on everything. That's not fair. I hate you. It sounds effortless, but the effort that she's put in for so many years to get to that level, that's what I'm saying.
Floating on the beat like this. You can't not respect it, I ain't asking you to like this. You can always trust, I'll give you something here to vibe with. Heads turn when I pull out looking stylish. Ain't your typical rapper, I ain't got my neck froze. Still your favourite artist, couldn't even step close. Heard they want my crown, but I ain't never stressed though. Cause to your career that would be detrimental. Come on.
This is a statement. This is a statement after this to then speak like that. That, you know, she's got no stress. Even if somebody's trying to come for her crown, she's got no stress because it would be detrimental to your career if you even tried. And you want proof? Listen to the previous 50 minutes. Try. But be my guest.
Kid in the class to teach. Come get on my level. From a young and true, I've been a different kind of rebel. Coming for it all, I'd be a fool if I just settle. Other day at the office, got my mum on the cover of a GQ. You can't relate cause that's something that G's do. Cut through and bobbing and weaving. No one likes a pussy, don't be in your feelings. 10 o'clock, get me irate. Ain't no stopping God's plan. Everybody bleeds red, so I fear no man.
I've literally run out of superlatives to describe this record. The journey that we have been on listening to this record from where it started to where it is right now is almost indescribable. I'm fortunate that it is just on video to be able to watch. I just don't even have... I mean, that song was just so big. Every single element is, and then when the tempo started to change, name a rap track where the tempo starts to change like that. I'm not talking about ones that just suddenly go half time. I'm talking about a track that just up in the tempo like that. I can't think of any off the top of my head. There's probably some, but I can't think of any. Again, the Nigerian sounds coming through, elevating everything. Goodness me.
Patience is a virtue. Trust your intuition, but get out of your head.
How the hell did I get here? Sometimes I sit and I wonder. I'm the version of me I always imagined when I was younger. All the doubt I used that as tools. Amount of people that told me no when I turn that into my fuel.
Let's go.
As there ain't no stopping me, I'm unstoppable. Got a strong head on my shoulders and being good-hearted don't cost it all. Don't intuition, go with the pace I set for myself. I don't need drums to follow the rhythm. Couldn't have planned this, it was just written. Many.
She's gone into an acapella, almost acapella bit here. Obviously, we're just listening and gaining knowledge about her, but also gaining knowledge and value for our own lives, just listening to this. But then she's gone with no beat here, no beat in this little acapella bit. Picked it up, slows it down slightly, go at the pace I set for myself, and you're like, oh, it's just too clever. And then I don't need drums to follow the rhythm. Fuck off. It's too good. It's too good.
Dreams I'm sitting on are made up of the same stars that I wish upon. Times I thought that my prayers weren't getting answered, but boy was I wrong. Please imagine when I was younger, all the albums I studied, learned about flow and cadence. I sit and listen to my old shit, like damn all it took was patience. Story over the glory.
I bet you this was difficult for her to write. As somebody who might be an introvert, she has these introverted elements. To be able to talk about yourself so openly, about your successes so openly, but just clearly like this is it's very difficult for an introverted person to do. So I'd imagine this was actually kind of difficult. It doesn't sound like it should be, but I'd imagine it was kind of difficult for her to actually put this one out. I'm not sure, I might be wrong.
Head start, all decisions we made is based on our circumstance. We hope to surpass it. Took most of our lifetime to wake up, smell the roses, realize that the world is ours. Us and them, but we worlds apart. It's fact, still it's mine for the taking. Lock the doors and we breaking. Still got love for them non-believers. They're the ones that said we won't make it. Everything you want is out there waiting for you to take it. The key is to have faith.
I mentioned Nas at the beginning.
We said yes, it's okay. Some get it, some don't.
It didn't take you long to get here.
Feel good, don't it? Yeah.
It didn't take you long.
I mean, that could have easily been an album closer, about as gorgeous an album closer you could ever hope. But there isn't the album closer. We've got one more song to go. It's called Misunderstood. I am mind blown by this record. If there is a better rap record this year, I haven't heard it. And yes, I have heard Nas King's Disease 2. No, I haven't heard Gets yet. But we've had some damn good records. We've had some fine records this week. This is way better than Drake or Kanye West's record. It just is. I just can't believe how fucking good this is. And I'm not really even going to be able to fully comprehend how good it is until I listen to it multiple times. Like I said earlier in the video, man, it's just like one of those songs, as you're in it, you're just like, I can't believe how good this is. I can't wait to be able to go back in and unpack it. But also, I can't wait to experience that little moment again. That little glistening sound there, or that little bar there. It's like when you see a great film, it's like, I can't wait till my eyes can see that shot again. That's what it feels like. My God.
I don't wanna be up and down for days, laying in my misery, hoping I'll be saved. Stuck in my ways, stubborn, I know it can't be changed. Living in isolation, release the colours of pain. It's a black and white world, still in the area grey. Looking back, was it all a waste of handshakes and how we used and what you been up to? And will you be home soon? And when are you dropping again? Sussing me out, secretly hoping I'm done with the pen.
I like that a lot. Handshakes and how I use and what you've been up to, and will you be home soon? And when you dropping again, sussing me out, secretly hoping I'm done with the pen. Definitely that energy from people in life.
And hard, don't you feel these blessings in your pores?
So good. It's fucking insane. Obviously she's talking to herself, or which side of herself I'm not entirely sure, but this is, yeah, some of the tracks felt like this, but this one definitely feels like she's talking to herself, or different parts of herself. And then if you go into like parts theory in terms of psychology, that's a whole different thing to get into, but
it's in my DNA to only be great. Niggas trying hard to get the juice and them lemonade. I write words for a living and still can't communicate. Honesty is in my bones, I can't do the fake. Life's too
I write words for a living and still can't communicate. There you go. Amazing. After everything that we've just heard for an hour, and that is a line that she says, and that sums up the title of this album almost better than any line that I've heard on this record. Wow. I'm mind blown, to be honest.
And I've seen too many tears. The same thing, but there's a bigger picture. God is painting. It's hard mixing families.
Little Simz, what the hell did you just do? An absolute masterpiece on first listen. Incomparably brilliant. Amazing, man. Guys, Uncut's on Patreon. Highly recommended. Can we get to 400k before the end of the year? Subscribe. If you got this far and you haven't subscribed, are you mad? Please do. And that's it. I'm done out here. I need a minute. I'll catch you all soon, alright? Peace.